Ladies and gentlemen, there will come a time when you are underestimated, betrayed, or even ridiculed. It is tempting, almost instinctive, to fight back, to demand justice, to ensure that those who wronged you feel the weight of their actions. But the most powerful response is no response at all. True strength is not found in petty retaliation. It is found in the quiet, relentless pursuit of your own greatness. When you waste energy proving your worth to those who are never capable of seeing it, you delay your own ascent. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them scheme. None of it matters. Because here's the truth. The world operates on a deeper balance. You don't need to chase vengeance. It arrives on its own, quietly, precisely, and without hesitation. Karma is not about cosmic punishment. It's about cause and effect. Those who live in deception, cruelty, and arrogance will eventually reap what they sow, but that is not your concern. Your only duty is to rise. Rise in silence, build your strength. Let your works speak where words fail. Do not lower yourself to the level of those who seek to destroy you. Instead, master yourself so thoroughly that no external force can shake you. This is how you become unstoppable. And one day, without warning, you will find yourself standing at the top, while those who tried to pull you down are left to battle the very storms they created. That is the price of underestimating a silent force. Rise and let the universe take care of the rest. The power of restraint. There is a primal urge in all of us to respond when we are wronged, to defend, to retaliate, to make our voices heard. But true strength is not found in loud reactions. It is found in the quiet discipline of self-restraint. The ability to hold back when provoked is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate demonstration of power. Consider the difference between a lion and a barking dog. The dog barks at everything, reacting impulsively to every disturbance, while the lion remains still, observing, knowing it has nothing to prove. It moves only when necessary, and when it does, the whole world takes notice. That is the power of restraint. When someone wrongs you, when they betray you, mock you, or underestimate you, it is not your duty to set the record straight. Their actions are a reflection of them, not you. The moment you react emotionally, you hand over your power. You become predictable, controllable, and easy to manipulate. But when you hold your ground, when you refuse to engage in meaningless conflict, you remain untouchable. Restraint is not passivity. It does not mean letting people walk over you. It means choosing your battles wisely and understanding that most battles are not worth your time. It means knowing that the best revenge is not proving someone wrong with words, but proving them irrelevant with your success. Powerful people do not waste their breath explaining themselves. They let their actions speak. They do not lower themselves to the level of those who try to drag them down. Instead, they rise in silence, watching as those who sought to harm them are undone by their own actions. This is the art of restraint, the ability to let karma do its work while you stay focused on your path. Let adversity be your fuel. Every great individual in history has faced adversity. Every person who has risen to true power and influence has been doubted, ridiculed, and even betrayed. But what separates the strong from the weak, the successful from the forgotten, is how they respond to hardship. Most people let adversity break them. They shrink under criticism, lash out at their enemies, or waste their time seeking validation. But the wise, the disciplined, and the truly powerful take adversity and turn it into fuel. Imagine a fire. If you throw a weak branch into it, the fire consumes it, leaving only ashes. But if you throw iron into that same fire, it is strengthened, It becomes something more than it was before. This is the choice adversity gives you, to be reduced by it or to be refined by it. The people who challenge you, the obstacles that stand in your way, the betrayals that cut you deeply, these are not signs that you are failing. They are proof that you are on the right path. Weak men are ignored. Strong men are resisted. If you face resistance, it is because you are a threat to mediocrity. But most people waste adversity. Instead of using it to sharpen themselves, they dwell on it. They complain. They seek sympathy. They become bitter. They focus so much on those who wronged them that they forget to rise above them. Do not make this mistake. Do not let bitterness steal your energy. Do not let resentment weigh you down. Instead, take every insult, every doubt, every betrayal, and convert it into drive. If someone says you will fail, work twice as hard. If someone tries to break you, let it strengthen your resolve. If they close a door, build your own empire so vast that their rejection becomes meaningless. Your response to adversity will define your future. Those who crumble under it will live in the shadows of those who used it as fuel. The world does not reward excuses. It rewards resilience. So when you are faced with hardship, do not curse your circumstances. Do not seek revenge. Do not waste time justifying yourself. Instead, smile in silence, sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and move forward. No, because while others are busy trying to tear you down, you will be building something so powerful, so undeniable, that by the time they realize their mistake, it will be too late. You will have already won. Karma is not yours to enforce. There is an old saying, you don't have to destroy your enemies, they will destroy themselves. This is not just a comforting phrase, it is a fundamental truth of life. Those who operate with deceit, cruelty, and arrogance may seem to win in the short term, but time has a way of revealing everything. The universe does not reward treachery, and sooner or later those who build their success on manipulation and harm will face the consequences of their actions. But here's the challenge. When you are wronged, your first instinct is to take justice into your own hands. You want to expose the liar, humiliate the traitor, and prove to the world that you were right. You want to strike back and make them feel what they made you feel. But that is a fool's game. The moment you chase revenge, you become entangled in a battle that only drains your energy and distracts you from your true purpose. Your attention shifts from your own growth to the people who wronged you, and in doing so, you hand over your power to them. Understand this: karma does not need your help. The weight of a person's actions will eventually return to them. The liar will be caught in their web of deceit. The betrayer will find themselves betrayed. The arrogant will be humbled. But all of this will happen in its own time. You do not need to be the executioner. Life will take care of that for you. Your role is not to wait for their downfall, but to focus on your own ascent. Nothing unsettles your enemies more than your success. If you truly want to show them their mistake, do not waste your breath arguing, proving, or seeking revenge. Simply become so powerful that their opinions, their schemes, and their existence become irrelevant. But here's where wisdom is required. Do not expect karma to act on your timeline. It may take years before the full consequences of someone's actions return to them. You may never even witness their downfall, and that is fine, because your victory was never about them. It was about you. The only thing you should concern yourself with is your own path, your discipline, your achievements, and your evolution into someone so formidable that no betrayal, no lie, no insult can shake you. People who rise through manipulation will always fall. People who build through deception will always crumble. But you must not waste time celebrating their failures. Instead, be so focused on your own success that when karma finally does its work, you are already too far ahead to care. That is how true power is built, not through vengeance, but through absolute, unstoppable progress. Rise in silence, speak through action. Power is never declared, it is demonstrated. The loudest people in the room, the ones who constantly seek attention, validation, and approval, are rarely the ones who hold true influence. Real power is quiet. It does not need to announce itself. It does not beg for recognition. It is simply felt. When you are rising, when you are building something great, your first instinct might be to tell the world, to let people know what you are planning, to explain yourself to those who doubt you, to prove your worth to those who dismissed you. But this is a mistake. Speaking too soon weakens you. It alerts your enemies, invites unnecessary resistance, and worst of all, drains the energy that should be used for action. The most successful people do not waste time explaining their vision. They execute it. They do not argue with doubters. They leave them behind. They do not seek revenge on those who wronged them. They rise so high that those people become irrelevant. This is the essence of silent power, letting your results speak louder than your words. Think about the greatest warriors, strategists, and leaders throughout history. They did not announce their plans. They moved in silence, striking only when the time was right. They understood that revealing too much too soon only gave others the opportunity to interfere. The same principle applies to your life. If you have ambitions, work on them in private. If you have goals, let your progress be seen only in the results. There is no need to broadcast every step, because when you finally succeed, no one will be able to deny it. But here's the challenge. Silence requires patience. It requires self-retrain. Most people cannot resist the urge to talk about themselves. They want immediate validation. They want people to acknowledge their progress before they've even completed their journey. This is why so many never reach their full potential. They waste time seeking praise instead of earning it. You must be different. You must learn to move without announcing your every step. Work hard, stay disciplined, and let the weight of your success do the talking. And when you finally rise, when the results are undeniable, you will not need to say a single word, because those who doubted you, those who mocked you, those who thought they could stop you, will have no choice but to watch in silence as you prove them wrong. That is the ultimate victory, not in words, not in arguments, but in becoming so great that no one can ignore what you have built. Master yourself, master the world. Power does not come from controlling others, it comes from controlling yourself. Most people spend their lives trying to change external circumstances, manipulating situations, and blaming the world for their failures. But the greatest truth of all is this: the only thing you truly have control over is yourself. And if you can master yourself, your mind, your emotions, your actions, you become unstoppable. Weak people are controlled by their impulses. They react emotionally. They lash out when provoked. They seek validation from others, and they let their fears dictate their choices. They live as slaves to their circumstances, always blaming external forces for their failures. But strong people, the ones who rise to true power, understand that everything begins within. They do not waste time complaining. They do not let anger or resentment dictate their actions. Instead, they cultivate discipline, emotional control, and an unshakable mindset. This mastery starts with the simplest but hardest battle: controlling your own thoughts. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest enemy. If you allow doubt, fear, and negativity to take root, you will sabotage yourself before the world even gets the chance. But if you train your mind to be resilient, to reject weakness, to focus only on solutions rather than problems, then no obstacle will ever break you. Next comes the mastery of emotion. When someone insults you, when you are betrayed, when things do not go your way, do you react like a child lashing out and demanding justice? Or do you remain composed, unmoved, focused only on what truly matters? The ability to control your emotions in the face of adversity is what separates the powerful from the powerless. Those who are easily provoked, easily angered, easily broken, they are not in control. They are at the mercy of others. But those who remain calm, who do not waste energy on petty conflicts, who refuse to let their emotions dictate their actions, they are the ones who command respect. The mastery of action. Knowledge and discipline mean nothing without execution. The world does not care about your potential, it cares about your results. You may have grand visions, but if you do not take consistent action every single day, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. Mastering yourself means developing the discipline to act, even when you do not feel like it. It means waking up early, working when others are resting, staying committed long after motivation fades. It means understanding that success is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on relentless, disciplined action over time. If you can master your mind, your emotions, and your actions, then nothing can stop you. You will no longer be controlled by fear, by external circumstances, or by the opinions of others. You will operate on a higher level, one where success is inevitable because you are not waiting for luck or opportunity, you are creating it. And when you reach this level of self-mastery, you will realize that the world bends to those who have conquered themselves, because those who control themselves ultimately control everything.